Please step up to the congregation.
Yes, you are a donkey.
When Mexico sends its people, they're not sending their best. They're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they're rapists.
He's a jackass.
Yes. Donkey of the Day for Monday, July 15th goes to our celebrity-in-chief, Donald J. Trump. And the J does indeed stand for jackass. Now, I had to fall back on giving Dope 45 Donkey of the Day because literally, if I wanted to, I could find a reason to give it to him every day. If Florida was an actual human being, that human being would be Donald J. Trump. You know what? I'm sorry, Florida. That was harsh. My apologies. I take that back. That was just cruel and unusual punishment. I'm just simply trying to say the same way someone from Florida can get Donkey of the Day every day, so can the celebrity-in-chief, Donald Trump. Now, yesterday, Trump spewed what CNN is calling his most openly racist rhetoric yet when he took aim at the squad, all right? 4 liberal congresswomen who ain't scared. Some of the only few Dems on Capitol Hill who don't seem like cowards, okay? AOC, Alexandra Cortez, Ayanna Presley, Rashida Tlaib, and Ilhan Omar, okay? First of all, drop on the clues bonds for those 4 young women, all right? I respect their fearlessness. They are disruptors, all right? The old Dems on Capitol Hill don't understand how they get down, but those young ladies are ready for war. And the Bible says old men for counsel, young men for war, in this case, women. What the old Dems like Nancy Pelosi should do instead of chastising these young women, trying to control them, disrespecting them, what they should be doing is letting them go to war, and the old Dems simply give them counsel because those young ladies are not afraid to say what needs to be said in regards to Trump and his administration. To explain it quite plain, what's going on in Washington is boys in the hood. All right, Trump and his boys smoke Ricky. All right, AOC, Omar Presley, and Tlaib are Doughboy and them down the ride. And Nancy Pelosi and a lot of the other Dems are Trey asking Doughboy to let them out the car. It's that simple. Now, Donald J. Trump, being the old, rich, white, privileged male he is, cannot stand for any type of color to challenge him. How dare these women of color even speak out against him? I am the almighty white man. Who the F are you? Now, would you like to hear what his tweet said? Let's go to CNN for the report, please.
The president attacked the Congresswomen in a series of tweets, writing, quote, "So interesting to see progressive Democrat Congresswomen who originally came from countries whose governments are a complete and total catastrophe." He added that they should leave to go back to where they came from.
But 3 of the 4 women he targeted were actually born in the United States. And the 4th, Ilhan Omar, came to the States as a child and became a U.S. citizen in 2000.
Now, where does go back where you came from rank on the racist insult scale? I don't know.
On a scale of what?
On a scale of 1 to nigga. Now, I don't know if it's as high. I don't know if it's as high as telling a black person go back to Africa, but when the people you are talking to are a Puerto Rican, a black woman, a Somalian, and an Arab American, it's the same intent and same sentiment, right? That's
Arab.
Arab, I'm sorry. I can't pronounce nothing. Y'all know that? That statement hits different when the ancestors of the people you are talking to really came from somewhere else. Now, the problem with Trump's statement is he told these 4 women to go back and help fix the totally broken and crime-infested places from which they came. Trump said these women who originally came from countries whose governments are a complete and total catastrophe, the worst, most corrupt, and inept anywhere in the world, if they are even a functioning government at all. The problem with those statements is that all of these women, with the exception of one, were born in the United States, okay? But Representative Omar has been here since she was a child. So all of these people are Americans. When you say they come from countries whose governments are a complete and total catastrophe, you are absolutely correct. And when you say the governments they come from are the worst, most corrupt, and inept anywhere in the world, if they are even a functioning government at all, you are correct again, sir. What you did, Donald, was the equivalent of doing your mama so fat jokes with your brothers and sisters. Like, you can't do your mama so fat jokes with your siblings because that's your mama you insulting, okay? I applaud you for telling the truth about the current state of the United States government, but you're really spitting the wind with those tweets, sir. Now, here's the thing. I'm not about to be outraged because Donald Trump said something racist. I'm past that. If that still shocks you, then you haven't been paying attention. All right, when someone shows you who they are, believe them. And the celebrity-in-chief showed me who he was a long time ago. So calling Donald Trump a racist, that's not a hot take. That's stating the obvious. Calling him a racist isn't going to keep him out of office in 2020 because the people who voted for him either A, don't care that he's a racist because his racism doesn't affect him at all, or B, they are racist too. So calling him racist ain't hurting him at all. Nobody cares. What we need to be calling Trump, based off what's in the Mueller Report, is a criminal. All right, call out the crimes he has committed. What does Robert Mueller say in the Mueller Report? If we had confidence that the president clearly did not commit a crime, we would have said so. All right, they've pushed Mueller's testimony back, but I was looking forward to it because finally the American public who doesn't read things like the Mueller Report or listen to podcasts of people reading back the Mueller Report. Salute to my sister Angela Rye. She did that, available everywhere you listen to podcasts. But if you have listened to the Mueller Report, pro-impeachment Democrats were looking forward to Mueller's testimony because it would finally give Dems the soundbite they need to impeach Trump, even though it's enough in the report to get impeachment proceedings going. But that's the only thing that's going to hurt Trump. Impeachment, all right? He hates women. His base doesn't care. He's racist. His base doesn't care. But treason? Because the Mueller report says there were numerous links between the Russian government and the Trump campaign, but not enough evidence to show that Trump and the Russians deliberately conspired. But the Mueller report also says there was even more evidence that the president tried to obstruct official investigations, but Mueller said Justice Department rules prevented him from considering criminal charges. The Mueller report says while this report does not conclude that the president committed a crime, but it also does not exonerate him. Not to mention Trump is a businessman with financial interests all across the globe, which puts him in direct violation of the foreign, what's the name of that clause? Emolument clause? Google it. All right. Basically says you can't be president and have all those businesses. All I'm saying is it's more than enough to start an impeachment investigation. Now, we all know impeachment won't happen because the Republicans in the Senate won't allow it, but you have to do it to show people what's right and what's wrong. You have to set a precedent that this isn't how a president should move or operate. So calling Trump a racist, that's cool. All right, that's what he is, but that's not going to get him out the White House. Call him what he is, a criminal. He has committed crimes. He is a felon in chief, okay, a president felon. Every time you hear him talk, every time you see his tweets, those are thoughts of a president felon. Word to Tony Yayo. Remember Yayo's first album, Thoughts of a Predicate Felon? Yeah. Trump is Thoughts of a President Felon. The moral of the story is we have to start letting the case against Donald Trump play out in the court of public opinion. And whoever leads that charge is going to end up being the leader, or leaders of the Democratic Party. And right now, the ones leading that charge are those 4 women he told to go back where they came from this weekend. Please let Kathy Griffin handle my light work.
Please give this giant jar of mayo the biggest hee-haw.
Charlamagne the God here, and today's Donkey of the Day is brought to you by the Law Office of Michael S. Lamonsoff. Don't be a donkey and call my friend Michael if you've been hurt in a construction accident. 212-962-1020. That's 212-962-1020. Don't be a donkey.